Why we didn't prosecute Tinubu over alleged certificate forgery. IGP. Welcome to the news and please subscribe to our channel. To get notified when we post hot juicy news updates, please click on the notification bell. The Inspector General of Police IGP Alkali Baba Osman on Tuesday told a Federal High Court Abuja that the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress APC, Senator Bola Tinubu, has no pending petition or criminal matters with police in anywhere in the country. The IGP also clarified that Tinubu is not a suspect to the Nigerian police, hence cannot be put on trial, and added that the reasons the police under his watch did not go after Tinubu were contained in an affidavit filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja by counsel Wisdom Emmanuel Badaki. In a counter-affidavit to a suit filed by a civil group seeking an order of mandamus to compel the IGP to arrest and prosecute Tinubu for perjury and certificate forgery, the police boss maintained that police have no power to prosecute Tinubu without any known offense committed. Although the affidavit claimed that Tinubu had no pending petition before the police, the IGP, however, admitted having two different petitions from a civil group, Incorporated Trustees of Center for Reform and Public Advocacy, requests for arrest and prosecution of Tinubu for allegedly perjury and certificate forgery related offences. The IGP, however, explained that the two petitions were predicated on allegation that had been adjudicated upon the Supreme Court in 2002 in a suit filed by late human rights activist Chief Gani Fawuhemi, and that since the alleged perjury and certificate forgery had been resolved by the Peace Court, there was no need for police to reopen the matter again. Besides, the IGP said that police does not need any court order to make arrest and prosecute, since it derives its powers from the Constitution and statutes. He therefore asked the court to dismiss the suit brought against him and the Nigerian Police Force (NBF) for want of merit and jurisdiction, adding that the plaintiff will not be prejudiced if the suit is dismissed. The IGP specifically asserted that the suit on the alleged perjury and certificate forgery is frivolous and vexatious and deserves no attention of the court. However, at Tuesday proceedings, counsel to the group, Mr. Eme Kalu, told the trial judge, Justice Iyank Eko, that the counter-affidavit of the police had just been served on him and that he needed time to peruse it and reply to it formally. Eko asked Justice Eko to grant him a sort of adjournment to enable him to react to the counter-affidavit preferably, a request the judge granted on fixed January 19, 2023 for hearing of a suit. The Incorporated Trustees for Center for Reform and Public Advocacy had dragged the Inspector General of Police before the court over his alleged refusal to prosecute the presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC over allegation bordering on perjury. The suit filed on July 4, 2022 on behalf of the group in Abuja by Mike Wankwo has the Nigerian Police Force and Inspector General of Police as first and second respondents. The non-governmental organization said the legal action against the police was necessitated by the Inspector General of Police refusal to take action on these petitions against Tinubu over an offense it claimed the presidential candidate was indicted by the Lagos State House of Assembly in 1999. The applicant maintained that by Section 214 and 215 of the Constitution and Section 4 of the Nigerian Police Act 2020, the police have the statutory responsibility to prevent, detect and investigate criminal allegations whether brought to their notice by individuals, person or persons, corporate bodies, institutions, etc. Consequently, the applicant in the suit marked FHC ABJ CS 1058-2022 is asking the court for an order of mandamus compelling the respondent to comply with Section 31 and 32 of the Police Act and Section 3 of the Criminal Justice Act 2015 in respect of alleged crime laid out in complaint of the applicant encapsulated in the letter of June 16, 2022 received by the respondent on the same date entitled Demand for Criminal Prosecution of Senator Bola Tinubu under Section 191, 192 and Clause 3 of the Criminal Code Act. The law of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, consequent upon the findings of the Lagos State House of Assembly Ad hoc Committee 1999. The applicant claimed that by Section 31 of the Nigerian Police Act, the respondents are duty-bound to investigate the alleged crime brought to them and report their findings to the Attorney General of a federation or of a state, as the case may be, for legal advice. It added that in Section 32(1) of the Police Act, a suspect or defendant alleged or charged with committing offence established by an act of the National Assembly or under any law shall be arrested, investigated, and tried or dealt with according to the provisions of this Act, except otherwise provided under this Act. The applicant claimed that it has the legal competence to invoke the jurisdiction of the court to compel the respondent to discharge their legal, constitutional, and public duties in line with the law. It lamented that in two letters dated June 16 and 27 at the respondent wherein it demanded that the prosecution of Tinubu over alleged perjury have been ignored, adding that respondent also have not notified the applicant of any action taken on the said letter. Now wow, all those plenty one. What exactly? They said they are suing him in on the account of perjury. Now, at this point in time, I will have to tell you people to tread with caution. I mean, people who are they see their comments and they talk say people go die on top to the matter. This is not a good thing to say. This is why I will always say that nobody has a monopoly of good people and bad people in their supporters group. Tinubu has the good, the bad, and the ugly. Obi has the good, the bad, and the ugly. Atiko has the good, the bad, and the ugly. Same as Kwankwaso, Sonwere, and others as well. And these are not even the bone of contention. In a sane country, you see this issue of certificate forgery. No problem. I'm telling you. No problem, it will be. And like I said, and now from INEC, now this matter suppose they forward from, because if INEC say the criteria for anybody to be the president is you will submit your name, your certificate of birth, you submit your, what's it called, your first school living certificate, or maybe you submit your WAEC certificate or GCE or whatever, National Examination Council certificate, or you, what's it called, and you support your degree or whatever your means of qualification, anywhere where you don't read after that one, and you know submit them, that means you know they qualified. I'm telling you, na zubetin mean, but make we see how this case one use go. But to me, I thought na INEC that they talk from the beginning. Now I suppose even come as I can't they tell us say, oh, you know this particular person, you know do this one and make it go. That's what it's supposed to be. Alright, on this note we've come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come here next time.